important announcement from HDFC Bank. A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security. Call 0718 800 999. HDFC.
In a few moments, the news.
A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
.45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Dulmin Samarsingh and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. The President requests everyone to be ready for a major development drive with the change of attitudes. The Prime Minister says Colombo Port City project will become the main source of income for the country. The World Bank says Sri Lanka has progressed in human capital gains. The Colombo International Book Fair commences today. In foreign news, WHO warns Europe over very serious COVID surge. In sports, Lionel Messi wins 9-year fight to trademark his surname. And those are the headlines. And now we move on to the stories in detail. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says, according to his observations, no one is working is the common problem in the country. He has regretted the slow movement both in the state and private sectors. The President pointed out that the same level of constructions daily in Colombo and in suburb areas is an example in this regard. The President said that all constructions should be completed soon. He has requested all parties to be ready for a major development drive with the change of attitudes. The President mentioned this yesterday during a discussion on the future plans of the State Ministry of Rural Housing, Constructions and Building Material Industry Promotion. The Vistas of Prosperity Manifesto expects to provide a house to each family. The President emphasized that solutions to urban, rural and estate housing issues should be provided to uplift the living standards of the people. Expressing his views on the occasion, State Minister Indika Anuruddha says that his ministry is building 14,022 houses for low-income recipients at Grama Seva division level. The project targets to build 70,100 houses within 5 years. The President pointed out the importance of participation of the state and private sectors for all constructions. He said that the ministry will be provided lands free of charge to build high-rise houses to suit the income of middle-income earners. The President instructed officials to take steps to resettle 409 families living in 22 welfare camps in the northern province by constructing houses for them. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says the Colombo Port City project will become the main source of income for the country and the project will generate more than 83,000 employment opportunities. The Prime Minister made these remarks yesterday after inspecting the progress of the Colombo Port City, marking the 6th anniversary since the commencement of the project. The Prime Minister said that the project, costing about $15 billion, was delayed for 2 years during the previous government. He added that the Sri Lanka had for the first time reclaimed lands from the sea through this project. He said that the construction of the project was commenced by himself as then President with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping 6 years ago. The Prime Minister also thanked the government and the people of China for extending their cooperation and support to make the project a reality. The Prime Minister also inspected the Marina Beach and Aqua Golf Range and Central Park, where he planted a sapling. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security. Call 0718 800 999.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa presented to the Cabinet the policy framework that will be followed when preparing the Appropriation Bill 2021. It will allocate resources separately for the ministries to achieve the expected targets mentioned in the government's vistas of prosperity of the manifesto. It is expected to implement programs to provide drinking water to everyone, development of 100,000 kilometers of roads in the country, and giving priority for aquatic resources and irrigation sectors. It has been estimated that the state revenue in 2021 will be about 10.2% of the gross domestic product. Attention will be paid for taking necessary measures to achieve these targets and supporting digitalization of the government activities. The Appropriation Bill 2021 is expected to be presented in Parliament in the second week of next month. The Cabinet has approved this proposal. The World Bank Group's 2020 Human Capital Index finds that a child born in Sri Lanka today will be 60% as productive when she grows up as compared to if she enjoyed complete education and full health. This is higher than the average for South Asian region and lower middle-income countries. The index said investments in human capital, which includes the knowledge, skills and health that people accumulate over their lives, are key to unlocking a child's potential and to improve economic growth in every country. The 2020 Human Capital Index includes a health and education data plan up to March 2020 for 174 countries, covering 98% of the world's population, providing a pre-pandemic baseline on the health and education status of the children. The Colombo International Book Fair 2020 commences today at BMICH in Colombo. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa will open the exhibition today at 9 a.m. The exhibition will be opened for public from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. until 27th of this month. Secretary to the Sri Lanka Book Publishers Association, Samantha Indivara, said that there are 400 stalls at the exhibition. The Colombo International Book Fair will be held this time according to health guidelines. It is mandatory to wear face mask and wash hands before entering the exhibition premises. Co-Cabinet spokesman Minister Kehali Rambukwala says that the President and the Cabinet accept the full responsibility for the 20th Amendment to the Constitution which has been published. He said that the Cabinet held lengthy discussions in this regard. During a Cabinet media briefing in Colombo yesterday, he said the report of the committee appointed to study the matter will be announced in due course. The Minister said that the amendment will be made in transparent manner. He said that if there are problems related to the draft, it can be taken to the Supreme Court or amendments can be made at committee stage debate after placing it in the Parliament order book. And that's local news.
An important announcement from HDFC Bank. A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security. Call 0718 800 999. HDFC.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddha Lepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddha Lepa, the Vedha Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddha Lepa Vedha Mahatmya.
Director of Epidemiology Unit of the Health Ministry, Dr. Siddharth Samaraveera, said that the public support is further expected to eradicate the COVID-19 pandemic. He said coronavirus patients are not being reported from the society at present due to the commitment of everyone. And that's top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddha Lepa Vedha Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddha Lepa.
Well, in Washlight, the Sri Lanka Bureau of Foreign Employment has requested all Sri Lankan migrant workers to register with its official website to obtain the actual statistics of those employed overseas at present. The details will be used by the Sri Lanka Bureau of foreign employment for future planning of welfare measures. And that's Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
People's Leasing, the trusted leader. From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
First, the headlines. The WHO warns Europe over very serious COVID surge. Floods and destruction reported as Storm Sally moves north. Spider-like toxins are found in Australia's stinging trees. And those are the headlines. The World Health Organization's regional director has said surging coronavirus figures across Europe should serve as a wake-up call. Hans Kluge said in the past 2 weeks, the number of new cases had doubled in more than half of European member states. He was speaking as the number of the confirmed infections worldwide crept towards the 30 million mark. Mr. Kluge said 300,000 new infections were reported across Europe last week. Storm Sally is bringing torrential rain and flooding to the Carolina and Georgia as it continues its path of destruction north from the U.S. Gulf Coast. It has already battered Florida and Alabama with rain and storm surges downing power lines, turning roads into rivers and leaving homes submerged. Coastal communities are now taking stock of the damage. Scientists have found toxins produced by Australia's stinging trees bear a strong resemblance to those of spiders and scorpions. The findings published in the Science Advances journal come from University of Queensland researchers. Those stung by the leaves of such trees first feel an intense burning. It changes after several hours to a pain akin to the affected area having been slammed in a car door. This may last for days or even weeks. And that's World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
People's Leasing, the trusted leader. From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In the development news, the first medicine manufactured under the new program by the State Ministry of Pharmaceutical Production, Supply and Regulation to produce the country's own medicine was received at the State Pharmaceuticals Manufacturing Corporation in Ratnane recently. A drug named gabapentin, used for neurological diseases, has been developed in this manner. With SPMC producing the drug within the country, it is expected that there will be no need to import it in future. And that's development news. And in sports, the EU's top court has ruled the footballer Lionel Messi can register his name as a trademark after a 9-year legal battle. The European Court of Justice dismissed an appeal from a Spanish cycling company, Messi, and the EU's Intellectual Property Office. The Barcelona footballer first applied to trademark his surname as a sportswear brand in 2011, but Messi argued the similarity between their logos would cause confusion. And that's sports news.
The wait is over, and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSB Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSB Wings. Recharge the high goal.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Tourism Minister Prasanna Ranattunga said that the government has allocated 23 million rupees to provide tools and other necessary equipment free of charge for cultivating flowers and plants for nursery and floricultural producers. He said members of the floricultural associations will be provided with tools and other necessary equipment for free of charge. And that's business news.
The wait is over, and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSB Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSB Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Economic news, courtesy of
Just move on real time, save more, LOLC real time. Paying the premium for transactions, simply save now real time. Day night, no trouble for your transactions. LOLC real time. Download LOLC Finance real time app for your LOLC savings account. Attractive interest rates, transactions anytime, anywhere with a zero cost and more benefits.
A special market opening ceremony was organized yesterday by the Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka and the Colombo Stock Exchange under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa to mark the digitalization of the Sri Lankan stock market. The launch event was themed Hyperleap to the Future. The first phase of the initiative was to convert paper-based statements to electronic form and to facilitate companies listed on the CSE to pay dividends electronically to shareholders. And that's economic news.
Hello, Puta, did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th phase offer from 14th September to 11th October. Win gifts worth in 100,000s for every over 3,000 rupees bill. Visit CIB today.
The Wind Department says windy condition over the island and the showery condition over the southwestern parts is expected to enhance temporarily to some extent from today to Monday. Showers will occur at times in central, sub-Brahma, western and northwestern provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts. Heavy rainfalls above 100 millimeters are likely at some places. Several spells of showers will occur in north-central province. Showers or thundershowers may occur at few places in Uva province and in Hampara district.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th phase offer from 14th September to 11th October. Win gifts worth in 100,000s for every over 3,000 rupees bill. Visit CIB today.
Before we wind up this morning news bulletin, let's look at the main points once again. The President requests everyone to be ready for a major development drive with a change of attitudes. The Prime Minister says the Colombo Port City project will become the main source of income for the country. The World Bank says Sri Lanka has progressed in human capital gains. The Colombo International Book Fair commences today.